Hey everyone, we're back. This is the Out of Capes podcast, and this is for The Flash Season 2, Episode 1, titled The Man Who Saved Central City. This is a weekly podcast focusing on CW's The Flash series and some other TV series as well. I'm one of your co-hosts, Staffa.
And I'm Eric.
He's the other co-host.
And I'm the other one.
Yes. So anyways, the way how this show is structured is we're going to have a quick discussion on the whole episode. Then we're going to review and rate the episode. And then we're going to go into spoilers after we close out the show. I totally did. Yes. Totally did not write that in the thingamajig, the outline that I'm looking at. So anyways, let's get in and start talking about how this episode went.
Okay then.
Yeah. So basically, the episode, it starts off after the whole singularity is resolved.
Yes.
You sound very far away, Eric.
I'm right here.
Okay, there you go. That sounds better. Just want to make sure we can hear you.
You know.
So, like at first when they showed that like the singularity was resolved and everything, I was kind of like, are they serious? But eventually they showed it. So I'm not too keen on the way how they presented that though. What about you, Eric?
I didn't like it. I mean, they kind of like resolved it, and then they came back to it later on, and even then, they kind of like he solved it within like a few seconds.
Yeah, I think the main reason why the main reason why I do have a problem with that is because it takes away all the tension. Like the way how season 1 ended, we were on the edge of our seats. How is he going to resolve it? And then seeing that it's been resolved and then going back to it, there's no more tension seeing that scene because we know that it's going to be resolved.
Also, I didn't like how yes, it was resolved, but then it was also used as kind of like just to show the death of Ronnie. That's all it was really used for.
Yeah. Do we know why they killed him off, or should we say that for like spoiler discussion?
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, I can go into what the actor has said, but I mean,
okay, what did he say? Is his contract over or something?
He'll be back.
Oh, okay.
So, and they basically hinted at he'll be back as like an Earth 2 or 3 version of himself.
Okay.
So think of like Ronnie, but not Ronnie.
Okay.
Kind of like how like Edge's character had like an Earth 1 character that he killed.
Well, isn't the main Earth 0?
Earth 0, whatever. I call it 1.
It's Earth 0, bro. Hey, you're the big comic guy, the big DC guy.
I know. Whatever.
Love them Green Arrow comics.
Not
But yeah, so speaking of the alternate universes, like that first scene when he's fighting Captain Cold and Heatwave,
yes.
like I wasn't sure if this was just so far ahead in the timeline after the singularity, or if it was an alternate Earth.
Yeah.
And then then they showed that it was just a daydream.
Yep.
Wasn't really too big on that. Yeah. But also in the show they or this episode that they showed Cisco, he's working with the police now.
But still doesn't have a badge.
Yeah, still doesn't have a badge. Well, is he supposed to get a badge?
I mean, like it works for the police.
So anyone who works with the police should have a badge, right?
I think so.
Why was that guy not wanting to give him a badge? Man.
Maybe he thinks of him as a contractor. I don't know.
But apparently now metahumans is now a thing that everyone knows about.
Yes.
Not only the police know about them, but everybody, because during the Flash Day celebration, everybody knew about metahumans now.
Don't even get me started about Flash Day.
Oh, we're gonna get in Flash Day.
God damn it.
But
I know.
I find it funny that now that they're going with, hey, everybody knows about metahumans, because in the first season Joe was making such a huge deal
Secrets.
to keep it a secret from everyone.
Mr. Secrets.
Yeah. So as long as they don't go back to that path of Joe doing secrets, I'm fine.
He already
You
has
know.
a secret.
What's the secret?
The secret he has with Henry. He knows what the real reason why Henry's leaving, but he doesn't say anything because when Henry was leaving, Joe gives him this look kind of like he knows the real reason. He just is not going to tell Barry.
Man, Joe and his secrets.
I know.
He's got to have at least one.
I know.
At least one secret.
We'll get into that later.
He's like Smeagol. Like my precious precious secrets. But yeah, so now it's a thing, and Cisco is making like anti-metahuman weapons.
The boot.
The boot. What exactly was the boot supposed to do?
I don't know.
This like supposed to electrocute him or something?
I'm guessing so.
Stun him maybe?
Who knows?
I don't know. They didn't really explain it. They're like, it's a boot. Yeah. Well, is that like supposed to be some kind of a Flash reference?
I don't know.
Probably is, like from like a Silver Age comic or something.
Yeah, they're known for doing that, pulling out like references to stuff that's from the 50s or 60s that no one will really get.
Yeah. So since we're talking about the boot and all, let's talk about Atom Smasher.
Okay.
Edge.
Played by Adam Copeland, aka Edge.
Man, he couldn't do his Edge face.
I know.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yes. The funny thing was, like, someone texted me when they were watching it, and they're like, "It's Bane, but in Flash." I was like, "Yeah, it's Bane." I don't know why they chose the like tan bulletproof vest for him, but whatever.
I actually liked how he looked. Like from the screenshots, it looked bad, but in motion, it looked a lot better.
It did. I just didn't like the color scheme of the vest. Like if they went more to like a red, kind of how he is in comics, and just kept everything else fine, it would have been fine. Because Atom Smasher's kind of like thing is he has like a dark blackish blue mask, and then like a red kind of like muscle shirt, and then black pants.
Mm-hmm.
So the only difference between Flash version and comic version is just the red instead of tan, or tan instead of red. My bad.
I didn't really like the CG effects on him though.
No, the CG was really bad on him.
Yeah. Like even when he it was terrible. It looked terrible when he was like morphing, when he was changing sizes. But even when he was a stationary size, like when he was twice as big and just holding Flash, he still looked really bad.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised as to how bad it looked, because I mean I've seen effects from the 90s that look better than that, where they have, a guy bigger than another.
Yeah.
So it's just wild that they, rather than like just enlarging him, they decided to make a CG version of him that looked really bad.
And like I thought about it and I was like, maybe they're just trying to save money since it's the first episode on the CGI. They don't want to go all out on CGI the first episode and then go.
They used up all the budget on the Singularity.
Yep. Kind of like, remember how Grodd last season, you never really saw Grodd because of how much it would cost to make a CGI gorilla for like multiple episodes.
Yep, and you never saw his lips move.
Exactly.
Huh? I mean,
I mean, I liked him as Atom Smasher. He was actually did a good job. It's just the CGI for him was really bad.
mhm. The one thing that I feel like they didn't do a good job of was like explaining the whole multiple universes or dimensions, because like comic fans, they are picking this up, but everyone else who like has no idea about like the the multiverse and all that, they're probably thinking, okay, he has a good explanation as to why there's two of him, but did not explain it and died not explaining it.
I think Jay Garrick is gonna explain it next episode.
Hmm.
I think that's what they're kind of do. They want Jay to more explain it too.
Okay, that can make sense. But I mean, like if they don't explain it, then it's kind of bad storytelling to like just leave a majority of the viewers behind, because I'm sure a majority of the people watching the show don't know anything about the comics, and just watch this because it's a cool show.
There are some people that are like that. So
Yeah, so hopefully they start hinting that stuff with Jay Garrick, or explaining that stuff.
Because there are people that like, it's kind of like Superman or Batman. They don't
Mhm.
read the comics, but they know who Superman or Batman is. They know who the Flash is.
Man, speaking of Batman,
That is a
Bat.
comic cover. He's referring to a comic cover where it's Robin and he can't Batman's not in town, so he makes a Flash symbol and Flash appears. That's what he's referring to. People were like, "Oh, it's Batman." I'm like, "No, it's the Flash. It's a Robin comic."
I was like, oh no, they did not just do that.
Flash symbol.
Yeah.
Which I love to see too is that they have the symbol perfectly in line so that he can just look out, just every so often, just look out the window, and there you look directly at the symbol.
Yep.
They don't know where he's located at, but they somehow know, make a spot like that.
That's my cue.
Exactly.
I was kind of bummed out that they killed him so quickly. Atom
With
Smasher.
Cancer.
Yeah, with cancer.
There you go. This whole big spiel about how Arrow kills people, and then they're like, "How can we stop him? Let's give him so much radiation that he dies of cancer."
Man.
Like,
Yeah, that was kind of brutal that they killed him off. I mean, like, I didn't expect him to like be a regular on the show or anything because he's Edge, but at the same time, like, I've complained on this podcast before about the whole villain of the week thing.
Yes, and the thing to me was how Atom Smasher is a hero in the comics. So I was like, he was kind of be like this season's Firestorm in a way. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And then they killed him off. I'm like, wow.
They didn't even give him time to redeem himself.
No.
They're like, screw you, man. You get
Kinda
cancer.
did at the end, they're like, they told me I can go home, so they kind of gave him the whole got angry dude who just wants to go home storyline.
Mhm.
But still, it's like,
Oh, you mean like Harrison Wells?
exactly.
Speaking of Harrison Wells,
The freaking seed.
what was that?
Okay, so when they somehow stopped Reverse Flash, they fixed the timeline enough that Harrison Wells was able to write a will, but not Eddie come back to life. Stupid.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
So Tom Cavanaugh is supposed to be a regular on the show.
Yes.
For this season.
Yes.
I really hope that he is not just going to be in like, video recordings. Because
he will be.
I hope not. Because last season he was the most interesting character on the show.
Man.
Was that?
In the flashbacks.
Yeah. and also those cliffhanger endings.
Yeah.
You know, that was like a lot of those blew my mind. I was like,
You
oh my
understood
god.
the video though.
Hmm.
You understand why he did that video?
Why is that?
Because what he said was he confessed to the murder because
Whoop. Sorry about that.
he confessed to the murder because he knows that by doing that and getting Barry's dad out, he still's not going to make Barry happy because you can't. Everything can't fall in place to make you happy. Barry is what he's trying to hint at in the video.
Hmm.
You'll never find true happiness. By like he thought, oh, world is going to be perfect once he goes back and saves his mom, but finds out there's nothing he can really do. That kind of thing.
I really hope that they don't keep Barry as like this bummed out character though, because that's one thing that I didn't like about this episode, this specific episode, was that he was depressed the majority of the episode, and you know the Flash isn't supposed to be the one that has, you know, these depressing storylines. You know, he's supposed to be more exciting.
I love also how they had a flashback. It was almost Arrow level where he has a flashback to someone that solves his depression. Like, why did you think of that flashback for the past 6 months? I have no idea.
Yeah. What else? Okay, so him being depressed. Let's tie that with the discussion on Ronnie.
Yes.
So he was the one who, he's the reason why Flash was depressed this episode.
Yes. Because he felt that he doesn't deserve to save the day because truthfully Ronnie saved the day, but in the end died because of it.
Yeah, I don't see how come when, you know, they're having the Flash Day, how come he couldn't have been like, I don't deserve this key to the city because I was not alone. It was
like that's all he has to like do is just say that Firestorm was there
yeah.
and make Firestorm a hero too in the same right.
Yeah.
Say Firestorm helped me save the day and died in the process.
Exactly.
That's all he had to do.
That's all you had to do. Very simple. Just be like, look, I can't take all the credit.
Yes. Give him like the superhero version of the Purple Heart.
Exactly.
Exactly. You hear about all these dead people getting Purple Hearts, the same thing.
Ronnie died for your sins, man.
You know what hit me today?
What's that?
Like, Ronnie is played by a guy named Robbie. You really need to change the Beast to ends and you have his character name.
You know, one thing during the whole singularity scene that I was kind of confused about was you could see the buildings like crumbling and like, you know, getting destroyed. And after, you know, they stopped the singularity, like what happened to those buildings? Did they like just plop back into place? You get what I'm saying?
No.
I can't hear you.
I don't know. I don't know what happened in the singularity.
But I mean, did you see that as well? How those buildings were pretty much about to collapse.
Yeah.
So the city should still be pretty destroyed.
That's the whole point, is that he was rebuilding it at night.
Oh, he's rebuilding at night. I So he rebuilt all those skyscrapers.
Yes, but you only hear about him rebuilding it. You only see him rebuilding the coffee shop.
That Barry.
He needs some coffee, so he has to rebuild the coffee shop.
Okay, let's talk about Cisco real quick.
Sure.
He was able to see the vibrations of the universe.
AKA the alternate reality.
Yeah.
Where Atom Smasher came and Atom Smasher was talking to Zoom in one scene.
Oh, was that what was going on during those that
You
flash
You
thing?
see a black figure with blue lightning around him.
Okay.
Zoom is blue lightning this season.
Okay.
Last year we had Reverse Flash with red lightning. This year we have blue lightning.
So I'm gonna assume that as the season goes by, Cisco's going to be able to develop those abilities and just straight up see the other universes. Do we want to talk about Mercury Labs at all, or Caitlin?
Caitlin worked there. I mean, she just was like, "Yes, my husband died. Now I'm gonna go work at a different place because my old job reminds me of it every day." Cliche.
Is Mercury Labs a thing in DC Comics?
Yes.
Like, what do they do?
They're kind of like they're similar to Star Labs, and it's where I forget exactly what it is.
Okay. Let's talk about since we mentioned Star Labs, let's talk about that real quick.
Sure.
Barry now owns Star Labs.
Yes.
How does he afford to keep the lights on?
I don't know. I wondered that too.
It's like, okay, he inherited it. Great, but how does he keep the lights on? Because I'm pretty sure it has a very steep electric bill.
Probably.
I mean, like, if anything, they could have like easily explained it by like saying, "Oh, he strapped the generators to the treadmill and runs the treadmill every once in a while just to power the whole place."
Yeah.
Just something quick like that. I don't know, but like just the fact that this huge laboratory, he owns it, and he's just like a CSI detective, and he's able to afford to pay the bills. I was like, how's that possible, bro?
Especially on a forensic scientist salary.
Yes. Yeah, that's forensic scientist, not CSI detective. You got it. Yeah.
CSI, crime scene investigation, the same thing.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about?
Trying to remember what else happened this episode. It's been a while. I watched the episode like a week ago. Privileges.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, now I remember Flash Day.
Flash Day. Yeah.
What I didn't like about Flash Day was this. So Cisco makes T-shirts and banners and everything with the red logo with the lightning, and then at the end of the episode, he goes to the white logo.
Oh, now someone's gotta get on that and start taking advantage of the new merchandise. Be like, oh, this is obsolete. You gotta get the new.
There's how Barry keeps the lights on. Merchandise.
I didn't really dig how Cisco didn't really explain the reason why he changed to white, other than let's embrace the future.
Exactly.
But I figured he was going to be like, oh, this one lets you do something,
Yeah.
I don't know, some techno babble.
No, it was just aesthetic because we saw in the paper he had white logo, so we'll just give you a white logo.
Yeah.
Did we really talk about what, like, Henry Allen getting out and why he left? Talk about that.
Oh yeah. So that's basically he's saying, oh, I don't want you to be worried about me. I need you to worry about the city instead.
Yeah. And they've said that basically he'll be in the season in the same capacity as he was last season.
Okay. So I figured the reason why they did that is just so that
Joe isn't obsolete.
Well, I figured that the reason why they got him out of jail, but then got him out of the show was so that one he wouldn't be there every episode. He won't be a regular. But two, he's out of jail so that Flash is no longer an angsty character. He's more, he's not worrying about getting his dad out of jail. He's there to save people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
I think more of it is just they can't have two father figures.
yeah. Well, now they have two father figures again because Jay Garrick.
Yes. And so what's gonna happen is he's gonna appear. It just Bear's now just gonna run to wherever he's living. I'm guessing Coast City, so they can do more Green Lantern hints, but never do Green Lantern.
Yep.
And that's all that's gonna happen.
All right. Ready to review?
Yes.
All right. Since you went first last episode, I'll go first this episode.
You remember that?
It was in the notes.
Oh yeah.
That's all I had to do. I just looked at the notes. So I'll give this 3 out of 5 cancer patients. Okay, yeah, cancer edges. Yeah, I'll give it 3 out of 5. It was not a bad episode at all, but it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was as great as it could have been, at all. Like it didn't have the excitement. It focused too much on Barry being depressed. The sequencing was really weird with them showing the singularity not in the very beginning of the episode. So because of that, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It was average.
Okay. You ready for my review?
Yes.
And my review is not paid for by my company, so this is my own personal review. Walmart, since I work at Walmart.
Yeah.
My review is I give it a 2 out of 5. I really did not like this episode.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like, I was so much disappointed in this episode because I felt like nothing really happened except for the team just got back together and his dad got out and they kind of found ways to get rid of Ronnie and Barry's dad.
Yeah.
That's really all that happened. I didn't like it. The CG was bad. The like how they edited it was bad. All the whole mistakes in it were, I don't know. Killing off Edge with cancer. With the whole big spiel, all that sees about not killing anyone.
See, after I watched the episode, I thought to myself, what will I rate this? And I thought 3 out of 5. And then I was like, okay, let me see what other people are thinking about this, just so I can think some more about it. Reassess my opinion. Maybe if I think about some more, my opinion might change. And I saw IGN's review, and they're really excited, and it sounded like they were blown away by it. And another review that I saw, they really liked it a lot. And I after watching those, I was like, you know what? I'm still 3 out of 5.
You need to go to Reddit then. Reddit people are complaining about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't see why people are so I'm glad the show's back. I mean, I'm excited that the show's back. But I don't see how people are left with an excited feeling after watching that first episode.
Exactly. Like what I expected from a pilot, or not a pilot, a season premiere was a lot more than that episode. I expected more from the episode.
Mm-hmm.
It left me disappointed, and that's why I gave it a 2.
Okay. So let's wrap up the show, and then we could go into spoiler discussion after that. For anyone who wants to stick around and listen to spoilers. So, anyways, do we have any shout-outs or plugs?
No.
No shout-outs. If you enjoy what you've been hearing, you can support us by liking us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can leave an iTunes review, or you can contact by email. That's capes@outofcontinues.com. All those things I mentioned can be found on the website, which is www.outofcontinues.com/TV podcasts.
That was made with DreamHost.
Yeah, made with DreamHost. It is. It's a dreamy thing. You can
get the dream at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah. You can give me a tweet. I am at Sayed Stafa. That's at SAYEDSTAFA.
And I am at emetzger712, EMETZGER71.
All right. With that said, I'm Stafa.
And I'm Eric.
And thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next week, or we'll see you in a few moments in the spoiler section.
Spoiler zone.
All right. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Spoilers. Apple juice. This is not Edge's music. It's John Cena's.
Dude, get sued. I don't think Edge would I don't think Edge would care. He kind of is not really happy with WWE, but that's a whole different talk.
All right, so pretty much the only like spoiler discussion I can think of is like the whole alternate universe stuff.
Yes.
So I mean, we did mention that a little bit.
And casting a little is that they casted Joe's like new sidekick that last season was this season's gonna be this girl named Patty, who in the comics is Flash's girlfriend.
Okay.
And then Zoom is gonna be technically two people. There's a person who they revealed who's gonna be the voice of Zoom, but they will not reveal who Zoom is in the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Darth Vader has the voice of Darth Vader, but then there's a dude, like some Scottish dude who played Darth Vader in the movies.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
So, trying to think. Next week's episode is Sand Demon, who's like Sandman from Marvel Comics. So,
that's like one of the most common type of villains.
like facing a speed character. What's his one weakness? Sand and slowing him down.
So yeah, we saw him, and there's like a glimpse of Zoom as well.
Yes. So that's the Canadian promo. Freaking Canada and China get better promos than America.
Yeah. So this Zoom is from another universe.
They have not revealed where he's from.
Okay.
There's some people that believe he could be Future Barry because in the comics, Future Barry is blue light, has blue logo. So.
Or he's Blackest Night Barry.
Blackest Night Barry is actually reverse Flash.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Did you ever play Injustice?
Yeah.
Then yeah, Reverse Flash in that game is Edward Thawne or Evan Thawne.
Oh, I mean, Blackest Night Barry was Blue Lantern.
True. He's also been a White Lantern.
Anything else we want to talk about for spoilers? Like what do you think is going to happen? Let's throw down some theories.
On the whole season, or just in general?
Just in general.
I think.
Like I'm thinking.
Going to be plot twist. Barry's dad. Barry's dad was actually the Flash in the 90s. And so then he's from Earth 2, and then he somehow goes into this Earth and has a kid named Barry who then becomes the Flash.
I don't think they're going to do that. I I definitely think Jay Garrick is going to be like some type of a mentor figure for Barry.
Probably, yeah. He's gonna be this season's one, kind of like how Wells was last.
And I one thing I noticed right off the bat is that they got like a good-looking guy to be Jay Garrick.
I know.
Like it's like this is definitely CW.
Yep.
The
CW.
CW Jay Garrick. They could not get an old, crappy-looking guy.
Nope.
They had to get a like a you know early middle-aged guy that's good-looking.
Yep.
You know, somewhere like early 40s, somewhere around there, still looking good. But yeah, that's what I think, that he's probably going to be a mentor figure. Probably teach him some new abilities that he can do with the Speed Force.
Probably.
And yeah, Speed Force.
It's always Speed Force.
Speed Force. Spoiler alert, Speed Force.
And then there's gonna probably have an episode where it links to Legends.
Probably. That'll probably be what, like mid-season?
Episode 8 or 9.
Okay.
So like how it was last year, where they had the Arrow versus Flash thing, episode 8 and 9,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. So thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll see you guys.